every so often you see someone really bloom, step into who they're meant to be. And for us, that is Sophie. Sophie is our marketing assistant, and she is one of the strongest creative voices in Gillies Mackay. Here's Sophie's story.
Sophie. The little beautiful flower that is Sophie.
Oh,
yeah.
My precious girl.
Your girl.
My girl.
Yeah.
She is, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to start there?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want to cry. I don't want to embarrass her. What if I say something then she's embarrassed?
Oh,
She'll be fine.
Yeah.
She'll be okay. She'll get over it. Yeah, Sophie. So Sophie is my girl. I got Sophie when she was 3. She was gifted to me. And we've been through our entire lives together. We've grown up pretty well together, I think. We're very close, very supportive of each other. And she's my best mate. I love her to pieces. I think she's an extraordinary woman. And she surprises me every day at how brilliant she is, how brilliant her mind is, how kind she is, how thoughtful. And she's just such a big part of my life. There's everyday contact with me and Soph, and I'm so grateful for it. So she came to Gillies Mackay a wee while ago. She was in I think it was her last year of uni. And I was just giving her some extra work, sort of to give her some extra cash. And I was looking at, just stuff that I can rely on. So I know how her brain works. So I know what she's capable of. And Sophie is very task orientated. So she knows the shit that I have to deal with, the monotony of it, especially when it comes to things like schedules and spreadsheets and what have you. So she's seen it. She's grown up in it. She's seen it every day of her life. She's watched me work at home. She's watched me work at work when she was a kid as well. I've dragged her along to so many different things that have meant that she has to sit patiently and wait. And she's just very aware of what it takes. So when I need an extra help, I need a mind that I know how it works. And Sophie is that mind. And so she gave me a good help over the summer. She's very meticulous, and I know I can rely on her accuracy as well when it comes to things that are important. So it was a no-brainer. She'd given me an extra hand. I'm always inundated with tasks. It was grand. It was great. It was lovely to have her. And then when she was going into sort of her final exams and final submissions, I was bringing her along to work as well anyway, because it was actually starting to work out as a good environment for her. No distraction. And it was like she was going to work. So she was like very regimented in this sort of like final year of her degree in terms of what needed to be done. And she was here for that. And then her qualifications came through and uni had finished and we were still needing help. So we just gave her ad hoc things to do. And then it was getting to the point where the sort of like mother-daughter relationship within the office wasn't the best for her. Like I was like stifling her ability, and I knew that she was capable of more, and I knew I was getting in her way. And so I was like, Nicola, I've got this amazingly clever young woman here. Could she be of help? And then that's when you and Sophie's journey started, and tell us what happened from there.
Yeah. So when Sophie first started, it was just a matter of getting used to the marketing specifically. So there's a bunch of jobs that needed done. It's just like, give this a wee try, give that a wee try, give this a wee try. And she put her head to it and she got on with it, and she was brilliant. And then the more that I got to know Sophie through her one-to-ones in the beginning, one of the things that she did say to me was like, I really enjoy writing. I'd love to be able to write. And at that time, Amy's the content writer at the time as well. So we're just like, well, let's get stuck into blogs. We'll always need more blogs. So see how you get on with that. So she created her first like 2 to 3 blogs at the time, and working with Amy on that specifically. And she blew us away. She blew us away with her writing. And you could see like Sophie like getting stuck in straight away. She's curious, she's going away, she's asking the questions in terms of what needs done, what she needs to know for the audience. And Amy's teaching her how to like produce these blogs. And she just got stuck into it. That was it. Like there was nothing about it other than her getting stuck into it. And then it kind of progressed from there in terms of like there was the shifts in the department. Amy becomes the marketing manager. And
when we were deciding on that though, because Sophie was part of the funding application. So it's like Amy becomes a digital manager, marketing manager. What does that then mean? Who's our people? Manager of what, mate? And it was like, so if she's going to become manager that has all these strategical responsibilities, then who's doing the writing at that point? And then this is where we were like, Sophie.
So Amy takes Sophie under her wing. There was a transfer of like, I was looking after Sophie in the beginning, and then Amy was looking after Sophie. So I had the privilege of working with Sophie for a short period of time, and she was absolutely brilliant. And then it was Amy. Amy is responsible for Sophie in terms of her growth. And then things shifted for Sophie very quickly, very dramatically, in a good way. Her confidence soared. Like, I have never seen a shift like that in someone when Sophie started working with Amy. Amy's trying to find her feet in her new role, but she's wanting to put her systems in place and so forth. And Sophie's seems to be totally into that as well. And they just got on so well together in terms of how Amy thinks and how Sophie thinks. And they just became a really just incredibly strong team. But the thing that blew me away was the confidence boost that Sophie got as soon as she started working with Amy.
Yeah, I think like when you talk about when we talk about like the way in which Amy's mind works and how rapid that is in terms of pace, and then also the many options that Amy has to herself about how things could be done and how things can be worked out to get the desired outcome. And when she's expressing all of this, the calming influence of Sophie in terms of breaking it down to the focus point. So sometimes, like with a mind like Amy's, to get that slow-mo focus that you require, you do need something or some person to be able to say, what about this, what about this, what about this, what about this, what about this? And then that other person to be like, I hear all of these things. This is the one I like. And then that's the focal coming right in. And the two of them together are, like, as you say, like they're just such a good match team-wise. Like the dynamics of them are just beautiful to watch. And I love how they boost each other so well. And there's just this confidence that they have between them that it like doubles every time. So they both have their individual qualities, and then when you put them together, then that's like quadruple the qualities. And it keeps going like that. So when Amy's met with new challenges in terms of what the strategy is for the department, it's like now she's got to now communicate these to Sophie. Now, the thing that Sophie and Amy both really appreciate is understanding the why and knowing why they're doing something and what's the purpose and how they're actually going to physically fucking do it. Don't tell me an idea and not give me any backup as to how that actually works. That's their thing. They do that so well. So when I said to Sophie and Amy, I said, right, can we get Sophie to do the newsletter? Right? So I just say this. the dick that I am, is there any chance somebody's just going to do this task that has no explanation to it and no guide? Anyone want to take that? I think Sophie could do that. And Sophie's like, okay, so what the fuck's a newsletter? Like, how does that actually work? And so I give her the premise of what I do, which is typically wing it until it works, and like show her like the sort of like ins and outs of how the MailChimp thing organizes it and stuff. And then Sophie looks at that. She's like, okay, let's have a look at this then. Looks in a bit more detail, gets herself a structure and a plan, gets herself organized, gets the context and the themes in terms of what she wants to speak about. I literally sit in on one newsletter with her at the very start, and she's done every single one since. And they are fantastic. They're so good. They're so engaging. Like, I don't think we've ever had responses the way that we get for Sophie. No. And it's funny because it's not just newsletters. She does all campaigns and things as well. And the one that she's just finished is the buyer's prep for the workshops. She's been doing a lot of aftercare too. And people are responding to her. And it's like, there's a little sort of like inside chuckle when the email's addressed to Soph, because like she's our writer, but she's not the person that's coming out to fix your shed, mate. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they read her email, and like there's a genuine connection. They're like, "Hi Sophie, thank you so much for your email. This makes so much sense. I understand now. That's great. Oh, it'd be fantastic if somebody could come and have a look at this or whatever, you know." And like Soph's like, so Ken's needing some help. And we're like, we'll sort that out for Ken, don't you worry. But yeah, so like the way in which she writes is beautiful. There's no doubt about that, but it's about the relatability in terms of like how our customers receive it, and that's the special part. I think her storytelling and our humor, because like you can't get very far in G&M without having the crack. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So she has got that little wit about her too, and it really shines through when she does her writing. And again, coming back to like what we said when we were talking about Amy, like this sort of shit just would never have got done if it was just me and you. Yeah. Like this is another thing that just fucking sets the bar, like levels us up, makes us who we want to be, you know. And these girls, these women are doing it with such power, and that's my baby girl. Yeah. And I am like really trying not to cry. I am so fucking proud of her and the strength that she is, and I sometimes get to see like little bits of me in her, which is really special for, and I think like parents who are not that don't have biological children will understand this too. It's just like when you see your nurturing influence in the child, like that's such a big fucking deal. So there's certain things, certain mannerisms that Soph has, and certain ways that she tackles things that I think she's just like me. And that in the workplace setting for me, like to have that connection is something I'm really proud of. But also when I think about how her little sister sees her, Luna, I think about like the influence that she's having on Luna. So Luna loves to tell her teacher all about her family business, and like reports on it like we're the mafia or something. And when she's talking about it, she'll say to Mrs. Finlay that Mum's in charge just now. Then it'll be Sophie's turn. And then when Sophie's done, I get to be in charge. That's what she thinks. That's how she sees it. She sees her sister as a fucking boss, which is so cool. Yeah, I love it. I love the dynamic that we've got. And I'm so glad that she's got her own space and her own sort of identity in terms of like her department with Amy, and it's separate from me, and she gets to shine her own fucking light and be absolutely amazing at it. Yeah, I love it.
I totally agree with you. Like even like going back to the newsletter for a minute, like Sophie's newsletters are like one of my favourite things. Like yeah. This is some of the Sophie does so much other things, but there's certain things that you do see, and one of them is the newsletter. And like I'm in here once a week. The rest of the time I'm working from home, so I'm not seeing like the day-to-day stuff of what's going on. And when Sophie's newsletter comes through, I just, like, my heart, like, in terms of, I so enjoy reading it. It really helps, like, bring me into the culture a little bit in terms of what's going on, because I'm working from home all the time. I didn't think she realises the impact that a newsletter can have in a different context in terms of, like, the company itself, and just being able to have a moment to celebrate all the wins, because we're going at such a fast pace. Like, sometimes the wins just go whoosh, like, and you're on to the next thing. But Sophie's newsletter is the moment for the company itself to just stop and go, oh yeah, like, look at all the good shit that we've done, like, this month. And that's what I adore. And the way that she writes it as well, like, it is the storytelling element of it. It's so enjoyable. It's like the best, like, when I have the newsletter a day, it's the best 10-minute read that I've got throughout the whole day. I'm just like, big smile on my face, like, absolute fucking beautiful. So yeah.
And I think it's one of the pieces of content that I would say safely that the whole team pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like, we do so much content, you know, and it'd be impossible for everyone to read everything all the time or watch everything all the time. But the newsletter is a big deal, and people are excited in terms of, like, are they going to be in it, you know, as well. So it's got such good vibes around it, and it all comes from her as well. And I think that's important, is because they know it's Sophie that's written it too.
Yeah.
So it's not just like something that I've done, and they're fed up of me shoving shit down their throats all the time about how amazing we are. And so, like, it's really, really cool to have it celebrated, what they've done, what the business has done, by somebody that's in the business, you know, instead of on it. So yeah, she does us proud. Yeah.
And you touched on, like, when, like, Amy and Sophie, like, there's that dynamic again. There's two people in the dynamic, and two people that work differently but bring the balance together that makes them just, like, speed ahead. Like you two are right for each other, and off you go, and you're doing your thing, and it's amazing. Amy with our high creative energy, all the ideas and stuff, and Sophie just bringing the, you know, the focus and the calm to it, to
execute,
for them to go ahead. And, like, it's genius. It's that they pair are a genius when it comes to like Gillies Mackay and that department specifically. And, like, again, it's going to be, like, Sophie's just at the start. Like, she's been here for a while, but this is just the beginning for her.
Yeah.
I can see her, like, just be it, like, there's a leader in her. There is a leader in her. So you're saying that
she's already leading.
Yeah, she is.
She is. Like, if you see, like, the way that she commands Kieran and John, like, it's so funny. Like, the dynamic that goes on there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Kieran's sales manager and whatever, but he very much looks up to Sophie and for approval.
Yeah.
And they are actually quite a cute friendship too. Like, I really enjoy watching them two together. And I think, you know, outside of work, life can be challenging, and I know that, like, Sophie and Kieran both have expressed challenges that they've had in terms of just normal fucking pressures, right? And the two of them have been a keen support for each other. And there was a time where it was just Sophie in Kieran's office. Like, Amy wasn't in that same space as well, so they managed to bond quite quickly early on. And I think it's really underrated to feel the way that they guys can feel coming into work. I think there's a lot of people out there that go into their workplace from a nervous disposition, and that they come in almost, like, guarded and fearful in times, especially in sort of office spaces that can be deemed as toxic or what have you. And I think knowing that they two have set the bar in terms of this all comforting space where you can be your fucking self and everybody celebrates it, is, like, it's the culture I want for the entire workforce all the time. And it's something that I hold in high regard. Like, they did this, they've created this beautiful space where they can all excel because there's no fear.
Yeah.
They get on with it. But yeah, they are very funny. There's a quick sort of wit about them all in that department. They're the funny guys.
Yeah. Sophie and John are, like, the new favourite pair in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, even though, like, they're related to each other, right? So they've known each other for a long time. And the dynamic I see between they're hilarious. Both of them are hilarious together. Sophie seems like the auntie of John.
Yes.
And it's like she'll laugh along with him, and she'll give him a little wee telling off, just on the side as well. And I love that about them. Like even those pair together, and working together, has shifted dynamic again within the team.
Yeah, she is number one best big sister in the world. Yeah. Like the way in which she looks after her siblings is amazing. And yeah, John and Sophie are cousins, but they're more like brother and sister. They really are. And she is like big sister goals. Yeah. She has a command on them. And she's like that with the rest of her siblings as well. There's such a deep, caring nurture there. And at the same time as toe the line. Go and get me a cup of coffee.
I could see it comes for you as well, though. Like I could see that in you, and I'd see the same qualities in Sophie. It takes us full circle back to the beginning of what you were saying. Like, seeing yourself in Sophie and like how she holds herself here. Yeah. Like, and like, yeah, she is just gonna she's gonna soar. Yeah. She is like. I call her like when I was reflecting on it, I'm like, she's a beautiful flower. Yeah. She is, and she's absolutely blooming.
Yeah, she is. My stunning wee girl.
Yeah.
So proud of her.
There's Sophie.
That's Sophie.
Okay. How are you feeling about that episode?
I think I'm all right. We'll find out. I mean, she's going to cringe anyway, let's be fair. But no, I think I feel good. It is really hard because we're so close. Yeah, like for me to do like the fucking all singing, all dancing bullshit that I do for everybody else when it's my girl. And I think that's probably an important lesson there as well. Like in terms of when you have your own children in your company, like what difference that actually means to you, and actually the shoulder that they have to bear because of it. You know, some people, well, actually a lot of people think that when it's a family business and family members are within that business that they get an easy ride, you know, it's given to them, silver spoon, all that bullshit. But in actual fact, the reality is that if you are related, then the burden's heavier, it's harder, and you don't get the same recognition that everybody else does. And I think this is just like a human hard thing to do, like the way that I feel like I can open up about other people that aren't related to me versus how I feel about opening up about my girl.
Yeah.
But I hope you liked it, Soph.
I bet you could speak all day about Soph.
Yeah.
If we had a full day's podcast, it'd be a whole life of Soph.
I know. I just like, you know, I want it to be clear, like, you know, I am very proud of her and that she's very special to me, and I am so grateful that she's come into the family business, even though all through her childhood she said absolutely no way. So yeah. Thanks, Soph. Yeah.
Yeah. Will we wrap things up?
I think that'll do. I think that'll do us, sweetheart. What are you saying to us?
That's us for this week. Hope you liked the episode. If you did like the episode, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any suggestions in terms of what you want us to talk about next, please email us at hello@NattyShedLife.com. See you next week. Hope you liked the episode.
Sorry, Cara, can you look at the cameras there?
Oh, sorry. Rude.
Because you're literally looking behind you, almost it's like cousin It's sitting in the chair. It's like, aye.
How rude. Sorry.
I will do the outro and you can just fuck about with the plants. Yeah.
There's that big bit of dusting.
Again.
Aye. If you've got any suggestions or... Like you're nodding profusely.
Stop,
you're like, yes, keep going. And I'm like,
you can do it! Come on!